Hey guys, Lily coming back to you from Start Me Up HK Day 2. So I'm here with Mr. David Yeung, who's the founder of Green Monday. So how are you enjoying the festivities today?
I think it's awesome to see so many startups and entrepreneurs convening in one place, and for this to happen in Hong Kong, it's very exciting.
Yeah. So I caught a little bit of your presentation while you were on stage, right? So tell us a little bit about this future that we might have in sustainable foods and what role your company plays in that.
Well, I think that's a topic that everyone should be talking about nowadays, regardless of what company, what industry you're in. Sustainability is a critical
Yes.
subject. I mean, we are talking about the fundamental livability of the planet. Now, when we talk about design, innovation, technology, ultimately it should be about empowering
Okay.
people to live a better
Yeah.
future. Now, so first we got to ensure there is a future. Now, food happens to be a very important element of that because
Yeah.
most people kind of take food for granted. You know, we just think, oh, what are we in the mood for tonight? You know, sushi, steak, burgers. But when you have 7.7 billion people on the planet eating every day like that,
Yeah.
that is a problem. And in fact, our planet is running out of land, water, and space to grow more food, and along with all the carbon footprints and pollution that is dumped into our ecosystem. So, what we do, and we have been talking about this for the last 7 years, is we gotta change the way we eat. That is one of the most essential change that needs to happen. It is not an option. It really is a must. In fact, that's not said by me, but said by the United Nations or some of the leading scientists from around the world. So, our goal is to create more innovations when it comes to food that is more nutritious, more sustainable, and more humane.
Yeah.
But at the same time, without any sacrifice from our taste, from our enjoyment standpoint.
Right. So today's focus is all about lifestyle, right? And how technology and innovation is transforming that. So, we're spoiled now by Uber Eats and having, the world at our
I
fingertips,
know.
right? But each of those choices really has an impact on the planet, right? So can you tell me then about some of the products that you create or some of the innovations that sort of hopefully address this issue?
Well, first of all, for anyone who has not been to Green Common, I would strongly advise them to try.
Yeah.
It is a whole new plant-based lifestyle with food, shopping, and of course dining as well. So really, people will get a sense of what the future food should be like,
Yeah.
what future food tastes like. So that's number one. We have some exciting products that we either innovate or we bring in from overseas. So the Beyond Burger and Beyond Sausage Hot Dog
Right.
is just amazing. I was just telling the folks in the audience that we recently just launched in Singapore, and the response is just amazing. I mean, people are so eager to try. We had a food truck for 4 days,
Yeah.
and we sold 4,700 Beyond Burgers and hot dogs in a matter of 4 days. Actually, the number would be higher if not because of the downpour in the first 2 days. In Singapore, I mean, the first couple of days of the event was not very cooperative, but still, 4,700. There were long lines around the event and on the street. It was amazing. We also developed a product called Omni Pork,
Okay.
which targets specifically Asian population and Asian cooking. The reason is because in Asia, pork is by far the most consumed
No.
meat.
I grew up in Thailand and it's just like pork, pork, pork everywhere.
Exactly. Whatever dish, whatever type of cuisine, you will find a lot of pork in Asian cooking. So, with Beyond Meat, with Omni Pork, and many other brands and innovations, our goal is to really create alternatives
Yeah.
and empower people with better choice.
All right, so I think there it is, right?
Yes.
Better choice.
Yeah.
And so you were traveling in Singapore recently, right? So I'm sure in your role you get a chance to explore the international world, right? So how do you think that the scene here in Hong Kong compares with the tech scenes abroad, or
Right.
is the conversation about sustainability different in different places?
Well, obviously, if you go to Europe, if you go to North America right now, sustainability is much more at the forefront of any conversations.
Okay.
Not just among the eco warriors, but among businesses, big
Right.
corporates, and of course startups as well.
Yeah.
Now in Asia, I believe that is slowly picking up. And we are seeing some dramatic increase of interest and also just more resources put into this category right now. We definitely hope that will continue to increase, and Hong Kong can play a very big role because ultimately we do have a lot of just advantages as a city in terms of our resources, our access to capitalism, our access to a lot of resources, and I think most important of all is the entrepreneurial DNA
Right.
of people in the city. It's
Yeah.
very vibrant. You feel that vibe.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the vibe of the city, and we've got a great energy here today.
That's right.
Thank you so much
No,
for
thank
joining
you.
us, David,
Thank you
and
for
for
having me.
sharing that knowledge. So we'll be going live to the Beach City Facebook with more videos today from Start Me Up HK. We're here all week, and if you're watching this on YouTube on Start Me Up HK Festival, don't forget to hit subscribe.